Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. Today is another installment of my weekly product pan series. This was created by Becky over at Becky Loves Kanga. I will have Becky's link down below so you can go check her out. A lot of people do weekly product pan or a variation of weekly product pan. Some do shop my stash, use the makeup. All of those are a way for us to select items in our collection and play with them for whatever set time period that we put on ourselves. I select 2 items and each week I rotate those items. I do use these products in the majority of my looks. Now there are some looks that I cannot use my weekly product pan items, and that's okay. I used to stress about it and just incorporate it no matter what, and I don't do that anymore, but I do try to use it as often as possible. My hands are their own speaking entity today. So last week I drew 2 different items, of course. One was from my Lancome quad, and it is the blush called Petite Pomegranate. It is this dark blush here. I do have it on my cheeks today. I didn't use any of the other products in this palette. I thought I might, but I just didn't get the opportunity to. Highly dusty, extremely pigmented. I tap my brush in there, like 3 light pounces. Yeah, I had to slowly put a little on, on the back of each cheekbone and slowly go back and forth, tapping it as I went along until I had as little a product as possible to put on the apples of my cheeks. That cheek look that day was slightly prominent. It looked pretty, but it was it was the star of the show with that look. Very pretty, but I learned how to use Petite Pomegranate and really be careful. I take my brush and just lightly, ever so lightly tap into it. In fact, this is my brush, and if you can see, I don't know if it's stained, but usually my brushes aren't tinted after I use, a blush, but this one is. I'm hoping it's not tinted, but if it is, I will remember how it got tinted because it was pretty darn funny. The other item I pulled was this lip gloss. It was a collab by Essence and Ulta for their Girl Power series. I used the heck out of this gloss. This is the shade Finesse. It is just a lightly tinted pink gloss with shimmer in it. I do have it on my lips over Nocturnal Rose today. It just puts a nice bright sheen. I had tore the corners of my mouth this week. None of my balms or lip masks were working to heal it. Usually if I use my Bite Beauty lip mask or my Ulta Beauty lip mask or my Laneige lip mask, one of those will heal it. My Kiehl's didn't heal it. My Smith's Rosebud Salve didn't heal it. Nothing was touching those cracks. And so I thought, well, I need to use the gloss. So I'm just going to wear this on its own, no other lip products, because I don't want them to dry out my lips while the corners are cracked. This healed my lips. It took about a day and a half, but I noticed right away that they were no longer tore, and so I was surprised that this little lip gloss, so it got a lot of use. It was pretty much brand new when I brought it in. I had worn it just a couple of times, and now my line of usage is about right there. I had it sitting up, and then I used it when I was getting ready and just laid it down, no thought, because I wanted to show you guys how much I had used. So I'm surprised, but I can see through the light about where it is, and that is about right there. That's a lot of product in a week, but I'm glad the corners of my mouth are healed, and I'm thankful for Finesse for doing that. I didn't see that coming whatsoever. I was getting a little worried. So with all of that intro, let's draw next week's products. I already have them in my randomizer. It is blank, but they are there because I tested it, because for some reason it wasn't even showing it had loaded. So let's see what we got. Okay. So I hadn't pulled an eyeshadow for 4 weeks, which is the reason why I started pulling 2 items each week anyways. And I have eyeshadow all the way down to, I'm looking here, number 13. And then I pulled a lip gloss. So let me go pull those 2 items, and I will show you what I pulled. That's funny. Okay, that took like 10 seconds because both of these items were right next to me. The first item I pulled, the eyeshadow I pulled was from my Profusion Spectrum palette, and I pulled the shade Totally, which is this. I don't know if it's red. Oh, that's dry. I don't know if it's red or magenta. It looks like a hot pink. I mean, they might say it's red, but it comes across more of a hot pink. And I am rubbing because I don't want this red pigment to fall on my floor. So that is it right there. It's pretty. To me, that is a hot pink. So I see a lot of bright, vibrant looks in my future for this upcoming week. I love this palette. It was one of my favorite palettes of last year. And so I'm glad I pulled it. Last time I pulled this blue here when I pulled this palette. So Totally is what I will be using in this upcoming week. Then the other item I pulled is brand new to me. I haven't even used it. e.l.f. had a big sale where they had, items on clearance. And so I picked up a few items. I picked up this e.l.f. Jelly Pop Juice Gloss, and this is the Apricot Pop. I haven't used it, haven't put it on my lips, so I don't know what it looks like, how it wears, if it will heal my torn lips or if it will aggravate it. So that is it. That's very pretty. When I looked at this, I was like, oh boy, my lips are going to be orange, but there's really just a hint of like an apricot or a peach. So yeah, that's exciting. It kind of matches my nails that have taken a beating this week. So I'm excited for these 2 items. They don't really go together, but that's okay. You can't really see the color of Apricot Pop, so we will be fine. Those are my items. I'm excited, terrified for Totally. It looks like it might stain because it did stain my hand just a little bit, but it will be lots of fun, lots of bright, vibrant looks in my future, and I'm cool with that. That is it for today's weekly product pan. Make sure you go check out Becky and those who do weekly product pan. Please take good care of yourself. Be safe. Make sure you wash your hands, and I will see you on the next one.